Hello everybody, Mannix here. It's time to talk about this Ozark Trail 6-piece combo set that Walmarts currently sell. This is a deal I just got today. It's going around right now as I'm filming this, December 19th, 2023. $15 even. Plus tax for this set. So already the knives alone, if they're $5 each, if they're as good as I've been hearing, that's already a good deal, but we're getting some freebies in here too. Let's just open this sucker up with last year's Axis Lock Ozark Trail. Almost exactly a year later, I think Ozark Trail finally caught on. I was like, hey, people like these Axis style locks, and they just started to throw more of them on their knives. Into the box. Spring assisted knife with a drop point blade, liner lock ball bearing knife with a tanto blade, and then the shaft lock knife with the cleaver blade. Oh, there's like these little plastic nibs on there. Nice little safety feature right there. Ooh, nice and light too. Very, very light. They look and kind of feel like Benchmade Griptilians already. It's almost that exact same style handle material. Probably the same crap Benchmade uses, to be honest. FRN, Zytel, glass and plastic mixed together. I think they are. I've never did a destruction test on these or anything, but looks like it comes with a little sharpener right here. Looks like ceramic, I'm assuming. Little nice touch right there. Carabiner. Stone washed, looks like it's got a bottle opener, and hex bits, M2, M3, okay. Yeah, you could still use this for something. Again, it's free, I don't really care. This one intrigues me the most though. It's a little screwdriver tool. Also very, very shoddy. Right there, you can see that molded plastic. This certainly is probably not FRN, but ooh, it's got a little belt clip on it. It's really sloppily thrown on there, damn. That looks bad, but it's probably functional enough. For a free item, I guess I can't complain too much. Looks like we have a driver right here. Aha. Okay, it lodges in like that, and then you take your bits out, and you can put it in here, and then you can use it as a screwdriver. That's a really nice little touch. I was hoping this tool would accommodate these. Like it would have like Torx bits, so I could adjust the knives with it, but it looks like it's just an arbitrary Phillips and flathead set. That's kind of cool. You know, again, really crappy quality on the plastic casing right there. You can see it, but nice little belt clip right there. It's pretty low profile. Probably not going to use this either. I do like this sharpener a lot. This makes a great gift already just by looking at this. Really, really good gift for someone who wants to get into knives that doesn't know a whole lot about them. These are certainly a step above, you know, like M-Tex or the really, really cheap stuff. But anyway, let's start with this guy right here. This is, I think, the assisted one. Yeah, that's definitely assisted. Little flipper. Oh, that is a nice flip on there. Nice torsion bar, whatever they use. Feels like a decent quality, like a Kershaw or something like that. Not bad for $5. Nice flipper too. It's smooth. It's not jimped, but it doesn't really matter. That exact configuration, my fingertips seems to land on it pretty easily. Very comfortable, actually, nice and thick and rounded and smooth. It almost feels like it's rubberized. It's not. It's hard plastic, maybe. It's FRN. I don't know. Hopefully it is. It might be. It kind of like feels like it, but comfortable enough. I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, but it's more like a medium size holder. You could maybe argue medium large, I suppose. Let's just say medium. Thumb studs, not bad. That works okay. Wow, that's a great lockup. There's no side to side and there's no up and down. If I really torqued the crap out of it, maybe I'd feel it, but wow, that's really impressive. We have a good lockup. I like this blade style, just simple drop point. Stone wash, thank the Lord. Best finish you can put on an economy knife, says me. I don't mind the way it looks. Yeah, it's tipped down, that sucks, but not a bad pocket clip. Tension's a little loose, but it's not too bad. Actually, that's totally fine. Stonewash. Let's loop over at least. So, all right, got a good first impression on that guy. Let's move on to this one. I believe this is the ball bearing. Okay, I think, yeah, that's manual. Oh, no torsion bar in this guy, but it deploys just as nicely as our assisted guy does. Oh, not that time though. Might have to break it in a little bit. Basically the exact same setup. As far as I can tell, it's pretty much spot on. Just black instead of gray. This is really nice looking though. I like the gray white. That's sweet. But of course, who doesn't like black and gray? Smooth enough action. It's not quite as smooth as most other ball bearing knives I've had, but it's certainly a step up from any knife with washers on them. Still, even cheap ball bearings I think are still better than those. You can almost feel the individual ball bearings, but it's still smoother. Still deploys very fast with no wrist movement. No up and down. This one has a little bit of side to side, but that's adjustable, especially on a ball bearing knife. You can crank these suckers down, get them really, really, really damn tight, and still have very, very fast deployment. So I'll tinker with that. It's a Tanto, my favorite. I actually like this shape. It's almost like a rounded Tanto. That's a really, really cool shape. Similar from far away, it almost looks like it's the same blade if you're not really paying attention, but as you can see, it is different, but they're both stone washes. I like their thumb studs, same pocket clips, same overall configuration, just manual. And with ball bearings, this is assisted. I don't think it has ball bearings. It feels a little bit more stiff. But excellent deployment for being assisted, which is a given, but this one has very good deployment for being manual. Wow, that's one of the best $5 knives I've ever felt. We'll see how it holds up, but already I'm pretty impressed. But of course, the one we all want to see, the shaft lock. Now this looks quite different from the typical Axis style lock or shaft lock, which just looks kind of like a big old fat thumb stud. This one's actually more rectangular. A little gritty, but might just need to be oiled. Ooh. Never mind. It's like slightly stiff, but not too bad. But it might, again, just need to be broken in, oiled. It's actually, each time I do that, it feels better. That's what she said. I know the joke's super old now, but no side to side. Okay, so it's, in that case, I can forgive it for being slightly stiff out of the package. If there was a lot of side to side and it was stiff, then I'd have a problem. But if we have a solid lockup, then I'm okay with that. Again, really nice ergos. I like this big old choil right here. I like the way it looks. Very simple. I actually like this configuration for the shaft lock. I think it's pretty cool. Actually, you can get a really nice grip on there very easily. It functions exactly the same. Oh, wait, maybe not. There's an internal stop pin in there. That's pretty cool. On this old one they have from a year ago, we have an external stop pin. This guy's inside of the tang of the blade. And it's tip up. Thank the heavens. That's a much better looking, more modern pocket clip. These aren't bad either, but I've seen this style clip get slapped on a whole lot of different cheaper folders out there. That actually looks a little bit more customary. Ooh, it's tight too. It's much tighter than these. This one's actually pretty tight. This one's looser. Okay, so we have some inconsistencies here. Slightly looser clip. This guy's certainly tighter than that one, just by a little bit. This one's easily the tightest of all three. Not too difficult of a mod there, though, but very impressive for $5. We have a really good lockup. No up and down. This one does not have any side to side out of the package. It's actually fast and smooth enough, even if I do have to oil it. That's actually very impressive. All three of these share the same great ergonomics. I haven't carried these yet, but just by looking at these and just by feeling the tension, I'm sure these are going to carry just fine. Already have no preliminary issues with those, despite these two being tipped down. But this guy's tip up, so problem solved on that one. Completely ambidextrous, except for the fact that you cannot swap the pocket clip. That also kind of sucks. I really like this blade shape. They call it a cleaver. I don't. I call this it's more like a Santoku style blade. I would not call this a cleaver, but who knows? Who gives a crap about blade style names in the 2020s? Nobody can agree on anything anymore as it is, so I really don't give a shit. Cool blade. I like this blade style right here. Easily my favorite of the three. Second favorite's going to have to be the manual Tanto. Of course, this is my favorite blade shape of the three, but it is just a liner lock and it's still tipped down. But it's on ball bearings. That's nice. That is kind of cool how they give us different like offerings here. Like each knife has something to bring to the table. This guy's assisted. So that's the advantage it's got over the other two. This guy's on ball bearings. It's like the smoothest one. It does feel the most smooth. For being manual, directly comparing to this one that is not as smooth, it certainly feels just a little bit more tough, a little bit more tight. But it's got the shaft lock that easily for me sets it apart and sets it above the other two. I really like this style shaft lock too. It's more unique. It just looks more proprietary. It's like their own design. Really, really cool. Nice touch on there. It actually looks like a different locking mechanism. And again, we have an internal stop pin, which is interesting too. Now, as for blade steels, I haven't tested these yet, obviously, but after going through many, many, many Ozark Trails, it's most likely a 440A, maybe even a 3CR13, something like that. Super soft, but it's heat treated good enough. They're pretty sharp. You know, utility edge. Yeah, more or less. I'm going to certainly have to touch these up like I do with a lot of cheaper knives in Ozark Trails. But so already for 15 bucks, I'm extremely impressed for these three. You could easily charge like $15 for each one of these knives easily. And even then, it still wouldn't be that bad of a deal. All very comfortable. I like the way all three of them look. Relatively lightweight. We're going to go a little bit more in depth when I do reviews of all three of these. Looks like they all got steel liners in them, but they're not terribly heavy. And then as the freebies, we get these three additional doohickeys, if you will. Yeah, chintzy, kind of shitty, but you know what? I'm sure they function okay. And for free, you really cannot complain. Already, that's a good deal. And now we just get another 3 pieces right here. So you could argue it's almost like you're paying, I don't know, $4 for each knife, something like that, $4.50. Really, really good deal. Amazing, amazing deal. Even in 2023, who the hell would have thought, you know? Very, very cool concept. I don't think I'm going to be carrying this. I don't have a use for Phillips and flatheads to be on me all the time generally, but it's a nice little touch. You could certainly make use of this. Oh, look, see that plastic already peeled off. That's probably not FRN, I would argue, but I like this. I might use this. I love the profile. Super lightweight. Nice little cutout. And jimping for your fingers is actually very comfortable. You could throw this on a key set or carabiner. It feels cheap already. I can tell it's kind of a cheap carabiner, but I do like how it's stonewashed. It's very nice and rounded. It's a bottle opener, and it's got hex wrenches on it. 2 of them. And then a little spot for a lanyard, I'm assuming, or a way to connect it to keys if you're not using the carabiner. It's a nice carabiner with little bonus pieces on it. You can just use it as a carabiner and nothing more, I suppose. But I do kind of like all of these as is. But again, for $15 already, that's a good deal. And then you're just getting free junk with it. So I can't complain at all. I'm actually already pretty happy about these 3 things. But very, very impressed so far. Very, very, very impressive. Find these if you can. Check your local Walmarts. Go online and get them at Walmart's website if you can't find them by you. If you really, really want these, I'm very, very impressed. Feel free to subscribe, hit that little bell notification if you do not want to miss weekly knife and gun videos. We'll be reviewing all 3 of these shortly. Thank you so much for watching. Mannix out.